Good morning. It's Miriam from Perth, Western Australia, up again to face another day, and part of that is always to try to get some neurocycling in and create some metacogs, which have been so powerful for me to just tease out some of the bad stuff, get to the bottom of it, find out what's going on. And so Metacog's been my process for quite some years now, one of my processes. So today I'm going to get on to day 3. If you want to find out what happened in day 1 or 2, go watch those videos. So this is day 3 of a series called Creating a Metacog. Now, before I go into that a little bit today, what day 3 is all about is really connecting with the physical and the emotional warning signals that come up in your body and in your emotions. So, just to say, give yourself grace and compassion with this process. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't get frustrated if you feel like you're not seemingly getting much. You'll be getting a lot more than you realize. It can take a while to really connect in with that still small voice and hear what you need to hear. So be patient, be kind, and show yourself some compassion. With day 3, we're going to start talking about these emotions. So emotions are really not good, bad, or evil. Emotions are really critical. They're signs, they're signals. It's like a traffic light. You know, a traffic light's not there to be good, bad, or evil. It's there to give you some information. And so emotions are very much giving you information all the time. It's not wrong to feel angry. It's not wrong to feel guilty. It's just what we end up doing with those feelings. They come from a thought. The thought generates the feelings, and then before we know it, we can be in a really bad spin cycle of negativity because we think we are that anger. We think we are that negativity. So changing your attitude towards them and reframing how you think about them, that's all. This metacogging is a really powerful way to help you with that. It's managing your mind. It's managing your thoughts. So that instead of having those things work against you, you help get them to work for you. Now, if you have negative emotions, you can think, oh, it's just that I don't have self-control, or I can't seem to manage my emotions. Your emotions are coming from a thought, and your thought is coming from a memory. There's a trigger there that happens with each one of those. So tuning into the warning signals, paying attention to them, is a really critical part of the process. Today, I'm going to try and investigate what are some warning signals that are coming up for me. And they'll be in 2 categories. One will be the emotional warning signals, so the feelings of the thought that's trying to tell me something. And others will be in the physical arena, which is what's happening in my body. You know, what is something that I'm feeling? My heart's beating fast, or I've got, stress or tension somewhere. So checking in and really identifying where those warning signals are sitting and listening to them. That is paying attention to them. That's what's going to help you and help you get to the memory. Now, getting to the memory, that's what's going to help you get to the root, get to the underlying thing that's driving you or pushing you. So starting to be aware of those and reframing them and using them for you instead of letting these negative warning signals, well, they feel negative because they're not very pleasant, instead of letting them work against you. It's knowing what to do about it and how to go about it. So first of all, we've got to identify them. So let's go through the process for today. So first, let's get the day 3, and the date we're doing this. And then my heading today was physical and emotional warning signs or signals. And start to get aware. What have those physical sensations been? I wrote down tension in my neck. I've been feeling a bit of tension across my shoulders. And I felt my tummy had been churning a bit off and on as well. And the emotional things, there was uncertainty, there was anxiety, I felt a sadness, I felt angry, there was some negative self-talk going on. These were some of the things I was picking up in my emotions. So, getting aware, step one. Next is my response. What's my response to this awareness that I've now got? And that's getting curious, asking questions. Why? Why am I not listening to myself? Why am I not looking after my body? What is it that I'm not managing in my eating? How is this happening? And when I feel these things or these warning signals, what makes me want to keep going and not notice them? These were some of the questions that I was teasing out about my physical and emotional warning signals. So pause the video and maybe just write down your responses. Ask yourself the questions that you need to ask. Now, once you've got those questions, we're looking for the triggers. What are some of the triggers that have come out of this for me? You know, I get angry at myself. I feel ashamed. I talk down to myself. These are some of the things that are happening for me, some of the triggers, particularly the negative self-talk, that really stood out to me today. So then grab your Metacog, go back. I'm just going back to day one's Metacog today because I don't feel like I need to rewrite everything that I've already written. And I'm just writing down on this particular arm the emotional and physical warning signals. So these are my emotional ones. Then I'm going to list down my physical ones. So now my Metacog's got quite a powerful picture there of those warning signals, of that the triggers that are happening for me, and all of the stuff. Now, if you can add to any of it, maybe you can add to your origin story, maybe you can add a bit more to your perspective, then just go ahead and do that. And the last piece is the action. The action is going to consolidate what I've been picking up today. So I have now become aware of some physical and emotional warning signals that are definitely sitting in my body and in my emotions, which today 7 times as I set my reminder for my action step. Today it's to just glance at the Metacog that I've drawn up, and then when I've glanced at it, to think of something that is just really going to give me a sense of peace or joy. And so I love gardening. So I'm going to just imagine a really beautiful flower that for me it'd probably be a rose that has just that gorgeous kind of scent and colour and texture to it. So that's it. Doesn't sound very complicated. I hope not, because it's not. But it's brought me aware. It's brought me to a place of some awareness that prior to that I might have been ignoring, I might have been overlooking, or I might not have been paying attention to. So off you go. Your turn to give day 3 a go.